Guys, what's up? Welcome in. We are going to look at the rookies, both offense and defense, from the Browns' third preseason game. Particularly going to focus on two guys. We're going to focus on Carson Schwesinger and Mason Graham to give you a feel for how those youngsters played in this game. And then when we switch to offense, we will go through Harold Fannin, Dylan Sampson snaps as well. In this one, Schwesinger played 11. Mason Graham only played 9. So, again, not a ton, but I like to see how they're playing and give you guys a little rookie update. All right, so Rams are running what appears to be a little tight. It's not duo because they are getting to the backer. So this is just an insert zone. So they're taking this wide receiver here and just inserting him up onto the safety in the box. So you're going to see double teams at the point of attack, and then we're going to work and slide off to both linebackers as they fill. So let's watch from the tight view and see these two, right? Obviously stacked up here. Mason's going to take on an initial double team from center guard. Carson's going to fit his gap as well. Let's watch it from the tight here again. So we get run read from the guard center duo block, or ace block, excuse me. So we need to be able to fight through that. Graham does a good job. Once he takes on that initial bump, holds ground like that. His hands are up in the chest plate, controlling things right here. So that's good to see. Then he has to keep those eyes into the backfield, see where the football is going, be ready to adjust. Carson obviously taking on the first wave in the B, and then obviously we have Devin Bush ready to jump in as well. So it looks like run fit wise, Carson's actually your B player, Mason's your A, opposite A, B, and then we're filling in C right here, and then obviously a C gap edge rusher. So that's your collective run fit. So Mason takes on the double team, works off that double team. Good job getting off. Swim move right there, as you can see from 94. So he's into his fit. Carson's into his fit. They're doing their job. Unfortunately, on this side, we have Malik Collins, who gets turned out of the fit, and then we're then coming downhill with the corner. So really what we have to have is a compression factor here where these four are tightening it up, and then we have the B gap and A gap player ready to go, right? If we get turned right here from Malik, that's not what we want, because that opens up a void, and then we're Dom Jones coming in from the corner position to make the tackle, but that's ultimately 5 yards downfield, right? So not ideal. All right, second play, we're going to get a very similar look. Here's your two here. Same concept up front from the Rams. They're going to insert again and then climb to the safety in the box, but it's just in the gun. So last snap they were under center, now they're in the gun. It's the same principle. So let's just see how the Browns fit it on the second snap, right? We get the initial double teams on the two DTs. Linebackers come to fit C and A, right? Same thing happens to Collins. He kind of gets washed down. Now this one goes for, probably a yard or two. This is what we want. A little better, a little quicker from the corner. It's only a 2-yard gain, right? So a little bit less hesitation on this one. But let's see again. So Mason takes on his in the A gap right here. Carson stepping up to fill B and be able to adjust on course. Obviously, you're going to get a peel off that, ace block initially. So we're climbing, right? Mason does a good job again. Same thing. He takes it, braces it, then gets off of it. I'd like to give up right here. I'd like to give up a little less ground and be a little quicker. I mean, you want to talk about how does he get to really, really good, but this is good. I mean, you're controlling with your hands, you're anchoring it. Then once he leaves, you're shedding and getting where you're supposed to be a part of the tackle. So pretty good stuff from 94 on that one. Not a ton for Carson to do there, because again, Carson is fitting B gap right here as Mason has A, and then we have the opposite A, and then we have B here again. That's the general look of the play. So same play back to back, just a little bit less ground, given a better job by Collins, and then Jones does the same thing, inserting and making the play, getting physical at the line of scrimmage. Now we are in what looks to be third and short. Let me make sure. Yep. So Rams are going to, be in a look that is going to provide them with a few more bodies at the line of scrimmage. So let me explain this in layman's terms. So this is a mug front from the Browns. So they're in what's called a single mug, okay? Sometimes you'll have another linebacker walk in right next to him. That's called double mug. Very popular blitz looks in the NFL. College is getting better at using some of these as well. But everything you have here from the Browns is a man indicator across the board. Okay, so you get man indicators here, you get man indicator between these two, eyeing obviously the additional body, and then here and here as well. So everything looks like man, but you have to be, as the Rams, you got two wide techniques. You got two very wide rushing defensive tackles. So you got to really be ready to slide, because also you have potential edge blitzer, potential rat blitz here. This one, not so much, because there's not a sheeted over safety. So you're really limiting that. But this is very possible that you get an extra body coming here, and then you get Rayshon Jenkins in the slot stepping down and maybe taking over in man coverage. So when you get that look, when you get an additional body, what you're going to get is a slide call, which is going to turn the center here. You're going to go here, and you're going to go here. And then, you obviously, it depends on how you're working your tight end, whether you keep him in the setup, but that's the general look. You're turning, and then usually the running back will step up for the A gap, because we're here and we're right here. So the Rams just have a miscommunication. This is not a very nuanced blitz. They come across in motion. Browns keep showing man. It's obviously less hot to me. You would not even make a hot call, because now you just have a bunch of man indicators everywhere. So you get Delpit playing the running back, as you see right here, Delpit playing the running back, right, matched up. And then you have Jenkins matched up with the tight end. You have Mitchell matched up right here, right? So it's a bunch of man, as you can see here, et cetera, et cetera. Everything's given away, but the Browns are bringing a fifth guy. So if the Rams are sliding these guys this direction, if the back isn't staying in, you got a problem for, matching this and getting everybody where they're supposed to be. And obviously Carson comes in free, and it's a dead play, right? So this is why you run mug front stuff. This is why you have guys down in press coverage, because it makes the opposing team feel like they need to slide everybody over to be ready for this edge blitz. And then you're 3-over-3 technically, right? That's what they're trying to do. And typically, again, I don't know if 35 has a miscommunication. He doesn't know where he's supposed to be, or he's auto hot and he's out and the ball should be thrown to him. But 35 just looks confused on this play. But as you can see, this is wide 9, a wide 4 technique, another wide head up on the tackle 4 technique, and another wide 9, meant to create a cave type feel in the pocket. And then you have a middleman ready to make and disrupt the quarterback's line of sight. But hey, if the back doesn't want to block him, we will go ahead and run right through there and take a free shot at the quarterback's ribs, right? Mason's upfield. We want to keep our eye on this one. Obviously, see what Mason is doing over here. Just power move going through the chest of the right guard. I like that. And then I also like Carson's aiming point, which is not putting your helmet up in his chin. It's nothing. It's just running right through the torso, the fair spot. You can't go low, right? Can't go low on quarterback knees. Can't go high on the head. So we're going to run right through the ribs. He does a great job on that, kind of staying in the target zone to keep himself out of any penalties, right? So the Rams punt. Next possession out, all right? They're back under center. Looks like we got a little 12 personnel. They're going to fake a fly sweep fake, and then they're going to hand it off, and we'll watch it from the tight view. We do a great job on the backside of running that down. I think that's Hickman who runs it down. So let's watch it through. 94 is over here. Let me double check where everyone's lined up. Yep, there's Mason here. So he's going to be your 3 tech on this. And then Carson at Mike is right here. All righty. You got to be able to be there for the wing tight ends. All right. We call that a YY tight end, both on the line of scrimmage or both on the same side. They're sharing. All righty. So we get little double teams down. We might be getting duo here, since we're not getting to the backer. We're probably getting a little bit of a duo look where everybody's down blocking like it's a gap scheme, and then you're making a cut off of that as the back in the backfield. So Mason over here, what do we get? Stand up, great job, man. Look at that arm lock. Got the vision. He wants to be able to see what's going on in the backfield. Does a great job seeing it, processing it, and then closing down that gap. So he closes off his gap on the right side. Carson is fitting over here to see, close down, condense, get rid of his man. That tight end coming inside, as you can see right here, does a good job just getting him past him and then condensing the hole and being a part of the tackle. So well done. Nice rep. Righty. Next rep, second down, back into 11 personnel for the Rams, 2x2 under center, short motion. Little bootleg fake. Let's see what we get. This ball should have been intercepted. Miles Harden probably thinking about this one entirely too much, to which I understand. It's probably haunting him. Mason is your 3 tech over here. Obviously has to play run first. He won't be a big factor on this play, on this bootleg, but you want to see if Carson, how does he adjust? How does he handle the concept in front of him? Does he punch out? Does he get underneath? If you look at this concept from the wide view again, it feels like to me we're in a variation of cover 3 or at minimum some sort of man principle that involves running. To me, it feels more like cover 3. The backside corner is taking off and Delpit is stepping up for the running back should he leak out. So it's probably man coverage where Harden is here, which if this is man, it could just be man match. But if this is the concept principle, this is what we have here. It's matched up with Dom Jones. Harden's going to be here for his man working back out. And then you'll see Schwesinger is going to be here for the split tight end who's coming down the line. So we're there. And then the backside, I think that's Cam Mitchell. He is responsible right here for this runner over top. You'll see him condense it, which means more than likely this is your low hole. If we're in cover 1 or man free, this is your low hole sitter. And then this is your read single post safety, being able to react and adjust off the rip. But again, I'm not totally sure if they're playing man match principles since 0 slides across. Harden comes out here and is ready to boot. I like that Carson is sort of punching, staying underneath and ready to react if this ball's thrown back to this inside tight end. So I like that he's not just flying out here. Obviously a better job running underneath with technique here from Harden, who once he realizes his man is disappearing inside, not a part of the play, let's punch out, let's get underneath anything working toward the sideline, and almost makes a really good play that would have been a really nice turnover to get. So 3 read steps from Carson as he gets inside. He picks up and reads, hey, this tight end is leaking through, also this wide receiver leaking through, so let's not, as we punch out for bootleg, you see him kind of throttle it right there. Does a great job throttling, sitting down and being where he's supposed to be. So good stuff from the rookies so far. Now we're in 3rd down. I broke this play down on the opening drive. We're punching out. We're in fire zone. So what we're doing is we're bringing Delpit on an overload left side. We're going to punch Malik Collins out, sit him in the middle, and then we're playing cover 3 everywhere behind it and giving ourselves a chance to be in good spots here. Take away anything middle of the field. Rob, watch. You'll see Malik Collins, Rob underneath. That's good. We're in a good spot. The only player I don't love on this one is our corner, outside corner, chasing inside. For whatever reason, he starts to chase that tight end. And if the quarterback had thrown with some anticipation, this is open up the sideline. That's the only weakness. Otherwise, we're doing a great job. We got this DT sitting here for the crosser. He's also taking away this quick curl up route. Everything's in a good place, and we'll watch the tight view to see the blitz, but Mitchell just needs to be there a little wider and hone in on his responsibility, right? So now pass rush, we got Mason right here. Again, overload, we got Wright to pay attention to. We got 2 guys swiping off the edge. Let's see what we get as the blitz comes through. Mason ripping. You'll see his left arm. You see the left arm try to rip underneath there and get skinny. Like ideally, we like to try to split this quick and get skinny and see if we can get through there, especially if we know he's punching out and the center is turning in our direction. So we like that. We get skinny, we take on 2. And when you take on 2, guess what happens? We got one-on-one happening here, and we got a chance to have a free runner right here. And once you feel this player, this guard, take Delpit, that's when you have to be ready to adjust and make a play. And he does a great job. He's getting held. You see his left arm, that left arm of the center, left hand is on his shoulder right here, but he does a great job of getting through it, driving through it, getting off of him, and being there to be a part of the sack. So you like that rep from Mason Graham, taking the double team, getting skinny, making it a problem, and then fighting, even though he's getting held and getting through. Other notes on this play, Alex Wright here on the left side, great pass rep. Watch him here. He'll turn this tight corner, like that swipe, the outside arm, and then rip. You see that right arm get underneath there. Boom. Knock the outside arm as he's trying to. He doesn't totally get the tackle's right arm off of him, but then he's going to rip under, help him turn the short corner. Good ankle flexibility right here. You see those ankles flex to be able to turn that tight corner, which is exactly what we want. Good. Boom. Nice collective play. Carson here, as you can see, number 49 is punching out in cover 3, kind of mirror matching quarterback eyes where he's supposed to be. He's fine. Like it. Great play, great pressure. Next drive out, only a few more reps for these guys before the 2s came in. So Carson here, Mason here. Let's watch it. We're under center in a bunch, tight bunch, 11 personnel. We're just using split zone. Alex Wright, little wake-up call in the ear right there. He got popped. And then we almost had a runner come through there. Delpit, I think maybe almost made this play, but this is a little wake-up in the preseason for Alex Wright that right here, he gets popped, gets lit up a little bit. So we have Mason here, Carson here. Let's watch how this rep goes for them. Mason fitting the B gap as he's head up, ball back. Good job, man. Great job taking this double team on. Look at him kind of grab. We want this. We want to slow these guys down right here from getting here. So I like that little arm grab he's doing, right? Make it a little harder for 66 to get to his linebacker. And then once he feels he's free, look at that right arm. Once he feels he's free, right? Get over it, get past him, keep fighting. Look at him make that play on the football. Carson also over here doing a nice job fitting his A gap, right? Once you get this, you yank the chain. Everybody's bumping. We're bumping. That means Carson is in the A over here. It's just a simple bump where everybody's moving out a gap. Just a really nice job fitting there from Mason being a part of the tackle, and then Carson standing up that guard right there as well and leaning into him and creating a play. And that's just a nice job from Mason Graham. Really nice play from him, splitting that double team and run defense. So love that rep. All right, now we have Carson in the mugged up look. We got Mason in the opposite 3 tech. Let's see what we get action wise on this one. Little tight motion again, same little duo run they ran earlier. And this is when Malik Collins gets him in the backfield. So let's watch it from the tight. You're going to get a B gap fit over here, 3rd and short, right? We got to be aggressive up in this B gap there from Mason Graham. Let's see what we get. We get a double team, imagine, off the rip for Mason. Nope, 1-on-1. Look at him stand him up, man. Stand him up, drive him back, stonewall it. His ability to stonewall right there puts, in hell of a job from Malik Collins splitting. But these two forming a nice wall right here is why this play falls apart. You get this split, you get this stand up, and you get a good fit here. You get a good fit here. We got Delpit ready to fit up in here. Let's see how it finishes. This is exactly what you want. Collins splits it. Mason is holding down his ground against his man, and he tries to kind of get rid of him at the last second here, but obviously the the right guard falling off on him doesn't quite allow him to get over. But by that time, man, we've already split that double team. It's a great job from Collins and a nice job from the collective run fit of the defense there. Well done. This is probably the last one for at least one of these two. So we got Mason. Carson's walk down again, mugging the A gap. Let's see what we get. So they're going to get a little check, which is going to send a better block angle. Let's see. So we're just, again, straight downfield duo. We get a twist technique. At least I think we had a twist called here, which is perfect for this look, right? They're trying to pass influence on the left side. Watch this tackle pass set. So this is really just a draw. And when we get a twist on a draw, you don't really do very well blocking that. Great job from Wright. Like that rep from Alex, just dipping inside and, Isaiah McGuire dipping inside and making a play, right? Great job again, man. Mason standing up his man at the line of scrimmage, reading it, right? He can be here or he can be here depending on what cut is made. Carson, right here in the middle of this, taking on the center in a run fit. This is, again, you're expecting pass. You're in a mug front look because you're thinking you're going to get pass. So we're just adjusting course and holding down ground, and they do a nice job there. All righty. Now we don't have Mason Graham in anymore, but I think we get a few more reps from Schwesinger, so we'll take a look at him at linebacker on these. So we get a gun look. Just a quick throw. We're going to try to hit him on a little snag route, right? Great break up there from Devin Bush. Nice jump, nice rip of the hands. Carson's punching out on his side. Looks like, again, we're just in cover 3, so he's turning to the 3 receiver side, ready to take away anything middle hook. He's in his place. Nice coverage. Good job from the linebackers in general right there. Again, Bush, good job ripping through the hands. Good rep. All right, one more I think we got, from Carson here at Mike. All right, let's push through it. Tight bunch down here to the bottom. We're going to get motion, split zone. Whew. Again, Devin Bush, nice play, man. Getting downhill, filling ASAP. Shelby Harris and Sam Kamara come in at defensive tackle. Bush is just fitting that B gap. right? He's fitting B. The tackle goes down inside to double team with Kamara. Man, they got nobody for either linebacker. And then late, the tackle comes off for Schwesinger. But at that point, they got nobody for Bush, and we're just blowing that up. Nice job from Sam Kamara with that long arm. Look at that one right there. Taken into him. He's controlling that play. Good job from Shelby Harris controlling that play, that B side. This is beautiful. Great fit, great hit. Love to see it. Love to see it. All righty. Now we get some subs, and that'll end it for the rookies. So I just wanted to go through that, give you some early look at some run fits, and talk through the rookies. Now let's switch over and talk Dylan Sampson, Harold Fannin in the offense. All right, first play, we have the fun one with Aiden Huntington here at tight end, fullback, whatever you want to label him as, just down inside, wham block on the defensive tackle. I love this little wake-up play. Nothing too crazy schematically. We're just duoing it up at the line of scrimmage and reading that backer. Not much to be gained there. Let's talk through why it goes the way it goes. We get a great block there from Huntington, stands up his man. Nice job right there. I think this is a concept where we want to get to this one, and we want to get right here, and we have a good look at this point. If we get those blocks, kind of don't get to that. I think that what I would like to see on this is a little press from Sampson and then be ready to cut back, right? Be ready to cut back down inside, but also I don't have a total problem with aiming point. And if you're reading helmets, he's got the head inside. We got a chance to be here. Boom. We can get this thing to where we want to, kind of keeping this course tight. And then we're one-on-one with a corner. Just a nice job by that safety coming downhill and getting off of Caden Davis's block. And I would love to be a little more one-on-one. And what we want to do is make this player who has to come up and tackle, cornerbacks coming up and tackle, can we make him miss, get outside? We'll see. 4-yard gains on first down, though. Always welcome, right? Always welcome. And again, we're only looking at the plays where Fannin or Sampson are in. I think I gave you one play where neither of them are in. It's the third down here on the first drive. So swing route from from Sampson. So not really a bunch here. This is the first play. This is speed out. First pass play on 2nd and 6. Speed out here to the high side. Little low from Flacco. Judy's got to go down and get this. Got to be caught. It's the right read. It's the right place to go with it. You just got to catch it, right? It's not an easy catch, but we got to catch it. Not much to comment on from Sampson. Kind of just, again, on a swing route as an opportunity over there. Pretty good protection up front. Nice job from Teller being ready to help with the tackle. Good job on the left side. Dewan sitting in. Good job here from Zenter. Starting at left guard here, man up, right? Let's get him. Let's handle it. Let's move him when he wants to make a decision on what direction to go. So good protection up front. So again, 11 personnel back in this. I think we got, this is the one play with neither Sampson or Fannin in. Just wanted to show you this third down play. A little check release, high-low. So we're going to get a chip on the edge at the high side of the screen. And then we're going to do the high-low dig that Kevin loves to do, just a little basic route off of a stick route, and we're just going to read it out, right? Swing route from the back. I think on this one, Flacco will watch the tape. He does look right side initially to see if he can hit either that speed out or if he can hit the corner. You see his eyes initially looking right. You see Flacco here looking right side. I would love to get back because there's no pressure here, and if we don't love either of these, we also have the swing with nobody home based on pre-snap alignment, right? We don't have anybody out there bumping to cover him. So there is some right side leakage right here that probably speeds up Joe's internal clock as we see this. So if we try to come back left side, it's hard to really feel comfortable on that one, right? Hard to feel comfortable, even though it ends up being one where we end up knocking that edge player on his butt. But this is bracketed, right? This is covered. And then it's getting to here. I think if we had gotten to the back, there's just nobody home. It's a good chance, but this isn't the wrong throw. I would just like David to run that route just a little deeper so that we can get him this football and have a chance to have a first down instead of, being 2 yards short. Just a little deeper, recognizing the 3rd and 6 nature of it. But again, 2 birds, 1 stone. We're trying to chip on the left side here before we get out into this route. Just again, try to be a little deeper. I think Joe is again. Probably if he doesn't feel this congestion right here, probably reads this out, realizes this is dead, realizes the in route is being sit on right here on the dig, and then probably gets to the back. But again, feeling that pressure on his right side, gets it to Njoku, and then hopes he can break a tackle, get the first down. But I think, again, Joe will see that and try to work through it. Up front, let's see what we got. Zenter on the left guard spot. Nice pass. Look at that pass between him and Posick. So right here, right, this is a great pass off on this defensive tackle twist. Boom, boom. Look at that pickup. Ooh, hadn't had enough of that last year. And a good job from Teller passing his man off. See Teller get the left hand passing this off, but his eyes are right here. So if he gets an inside move, he is ready to take advantage of that. And watch what he does. Inside move, let's get in the ribs, and they put him on the ground, right? Good. Clean stuff from the offensive line. All right, next series, second series. So we get Fannin in the 12 personnel look. So his first snap on the field, left side. Okay. Ford in the backfield, so no Sampson. Looks like we're just 5-stepping it under center. We're going to get a little 4-man combination to the left side. So we're going to get, it looks like a post with a rail behind it, and then an out route over here with a swing to the left. So he can throw any of these based on leverage, based on coverage look as the quarters look. He could throw, again, 5-step under center. We can take advantage of this, drop it off, let him make a move. We could try to throw it up the sideline. We could throw the skinny if we feel good about that, or we can throw the out as well. Again, I'll look at like, hey, let's get under center where we traditionally run it with 2 tight ends and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if we can throw the out, right? See if we can throw the wheel up the sideline. And if not, just swing it out to our back and let them pick up 3 or 4 yards. So this is going to be a staple this year for the Browns. I've been writing about this pretty extensively all off season. Okay. So let's see Fannin's route. Here we go. Let's go out. Boom. Get where he needs to go. It's a fine route. Nothing crazy on that rep. Doesn't get the ball, but it's a fine route. Hit your landmark. Get where you need to go. Next place, we're back in 12 personnel. We're putting Fannin from the right side. Again, moving him to the left. Ford still in the backfield. We're going to get a little exit motion. And then we're going to get, it looks like duo to me. We're not getting to the backer, so we're going to make a cut off of this backer. Double teams, like we're running a pull for the backer, but we're not. Right? So it's just power without the puller. We're going to read him. If he's inside, we can bounce it, right? If he scrapes, let's find a pathway to get up inside the tackles, right? Good bounce, good pickup. Now, on this one, you'll see from this view, it is a tough situation because in theory, you as a tight end are blocking for him to run up inside. Right. And again, I think it's duo. Maybe they want DeJuan. It's more tight zone and they want DeJuan to get to the backer. Every indication here from DeJuan is they are not having him climb. So we're going to cut off of him. So we're going to press, and then cut. The thing you cannot do is you cannot hold right here. You have to trust the running back is going to take care of it. Now, Harold does hold a little bit right here. Watch his left hand. You got to let him go. The back's going to make the cut and try to beat him to the sideline. You got to let him go. This will get called by some officials right there. That will get called. Right? So just be forewarned. Now, this is fun. We're getting Ford still in the backfield. We're going to shift Fannin into the fullback position. So we're in 13 personnel. You have 85. You have Whiteheart, I believe, or Bates down here. I never remember their number. So I think it's Bates is 82. So we're just in I formation, true old school football here, and we're just running power lead with the back, fullback, who's Fannin up and through. It's just I don't know where we want him inserting, and I think he's a little confused about where to insert to. Let's talk about it from the tight. So if this is conceptually what we're doing, we're going here, kicking out from the tight end. We're going down, boom, here for the shade. We're working, these two guys are working to the backside backer. We're pulling around for the play side inside. Hinge block on the backside, hinge block on the backside. Sometimes you'll have them try to climb and cut off a backside safety, but that's the idea. Now, if we're leading into this, sometimes teams will take this tight end over here and climb him and then have the fullback kick out, and then we're going to go up and through right here. But this looks like we just are a little confused from Fannin on who he's supposed to get. If 43 is supposed to feel faster and he just doesn't, because he knows Teller is supposed to have 40 right here. But in this play, I'm sure the teaching point will be, hey man, if we're through here and we don't see anybody, we know that 40 is responsible by Teller. Get on that shoulder. Get on that shoulder. We'll double team him because we have everything else accounted for here. We got the hinge blocks that we want on the backside. We got the double team ready to peel off for the front side. Right, let's just clear 40 the hell out of this hole. You take a shoulder, he'll take a shoulder, and we're off to the races. Right now, Njoku loses his man. We don't want to lose. This block is obviously quite paramount, but that's why this play fails. Right, we can't. These two have to be more ass kicking on this one, right, and this one. You guys got to get to your people here. From my assumption, we got to be able to root this 3-tech the hell out of here, Dewan. Get him out. Move him out. You two, move him out, and then we'll get to the backside backer, splitting off that double team at some point. We don't do well enough with the 3-tech. We don't do well enough at tight end on the 9, and then we're left with a condensed hole and 2 players to meet the running back in the backfield. So we did not win the physicality battle there. Didn't win it. Now, Sampson's in. I believe this is a second down, excuse me. We're just going to run a little quick slot screen. Problem is, we got to get a better block from 89. Caden Davis down here. You got to know where your guy is going to be. He's going back inside, and you got to get your butt inside and wall off the inside shoulder. If you don't, this play is going to get blown up. You're too far outside. If this was a bubble or arc screen, yeah, we want to be outside, man. But on these inside breakers where we're following a couple linemen are coming out, right? We want to get back inside of it. You got to be able to take away his ability to beat you back inside and meet the ball carrier on this. So this is on 89. We got to be able to cut that off, because if we do, if this player is nowhere to be found because you've walled him off, we got a little crease here to maybe make something happen and gain something positive. We don't when you don't get a piece of him, period. And he just gets through and makes the play you could have got called for holding. So not what you like to see. See that gap? If this is cut off, now this is condensing quick, but if we can get this walled off right here, we can be skinny and try to follow this up in here and try to pick up 5 yards. But when he gets a piece of us, it's dead. Can't have it. Now we're on third down. Sampson on the left side of the quarterback here. We got Fannin down here as the 11 personnel tight end. Let's see what we go with. We're just going to go back out, speed out, right? It's not a flat route. It's vertical and out. So this is just a true out route, and we're going to look to use it against cover 6 or quarters against the middle defender, right? If we get a hard flat runner, which we do up here, right? If he dropped and played in here, we have a chance to throw this, right? Got a chance to throw it, but he's running here, so we got a bunch of space. So it's 22 against a Mike dropper. This is a good matchup. We like it. Throw it, boom. Does a great job of bouncing off and picking up this first down. This is a hell of a job. Taking 2 hits, getting upfield. Man, that's great. You want to see, can Sampson be a ball carrier for us? Like not just a ball carrier, but can he be more than that? Can he be a weapon out of the backfield in the passing game? Good route, good vertical climb, right? You don't want to get out here if you're him. You don't want to get out here, drift, and then go. You want to climb vertical, sell to 58 right here that I could be running past you up the hash. But then once you get here, boom, break it out, get into space. Well done. Backside looks like Fan is probably on a chip release of some kind. Protection. I want to again draw our attention to Zenter and Dewan Jones on the left side. A great pass off on this twist exchange. Look at that. That's just clean. Look at Zenter throws his butt past the play to boom. Throws him past the play. Really like it. If the quarterback did not feel comfortable throwing that out because maybe he thinks he's cheating out, he's got a nice little over route coming here from the backside slot. Chip release from Fannin. Let's see, is he going upfield? Yep, he's just an outlet if they don't like anything front side, but this is the right throw and just a hell of a job by the back picking up yards after contact. Nice job, Dylan Sampson. Well done. Maybe give the football back to the officials after that, though. Sampson's still in. We get more motion of Fannin into the backfield. And then we get a little, I should say a shift him into the backfield, a little flat, short motion. right? We're going to run lead draw. We got to, if Fannin's going to be in the backfield, we got to be better here. Got to be better. I will give Sampson some credit. He makes two people miss. He makes this is a -1, but this isn't on him. This isn't on him. Let's watch it from the tight. All right. So Fannin, this is not on him either. This is not a guy he's expecting to block. This is just lead draw. So we're pass setting right here, pass setting here, and then we're leading downhill. I don't know. To me, it's a play where these two are probably responsible for the backside. We should be inserting right here with 89, Caden Davis, and then we're leading upfield right there. This is bad. This can't happen. I've given Zenter some praise here on some of his pass pro exchange reps, but this is bad. We cannot get lungy over our feet and get swim moved to death, and just this play is dead when that happens. Let's see how it unfolds. Obviously, not good enough from the left guard. The double team on this draw needs to get out of it a little quicker. I think Fannin gets confused. Who's he supposed to get to? The timing just doesn't feel very good on this. Obviously, this play is dead because we have this issue running downhill down the line. Zenter losing his man, but between here and here, this seems pretty simple to me. We should be off of this and boom right here, and then we got to do a better job of rooting this player out, but then Fannin should be right here meeting this backer in the hole, right? We don't get that. We don't get to the insert, right? Let's get this motion down inside and back out so he's got an angle to get to him. We don't need him leave him right here. I mean, 34's got his damn eyes in the backfield. He's ready to make a play. He's ready to fit a gap. Can't get to him right there. So this is just more on the X and O side of it to me initially, and then obviously Zenter can't have that happen. You can never have that happen. That's just really bad. But Sampson, to his credit, takes a -4 and makes two guys miss, gets his legs hit, gets underneath that safety in the box to create, I think, 2 or 3 yards beyond expectation, right? I like that. That's a nice play. DeJuan Jones on the backside, also not very good. What's this effort? Need better effort. So not very good collectively. I don't know if he has got a calf issue there, or his ankle gets twisted. He's kind of grabbing down at his ankle. Looks like maybe he gets stepped on, right? Yeah, he does. See this right here? This is a cleat driving right into the back of a leg. That's not fun. So that might be why he came out of it, but not a very good scheme. I mean, the scheme is fine. I like lead draw. I just don't like how we're blocking it. Not physical enough. You got to be some ass kickers in this stuff. Now, Fannin is at the 12 personnel. I love this, man. So we're getting 12 personnel. So we got tight end right here, and we got a tight end right here. I like the big body. I broke this one down in an opening drive a few days ago. We have double square ends right here, and we got a good man beating concept with a corner route on the backside, right? This is good for a lot of different coverage variations. Cover 3, and it's obviously a pretty good answer for cover 2, where you can get to the corner route in front of this safety, because we could get a chase on this squat. We could get a chase right here. He maybe doesn't get in time. Yeah, I like this front sight. So how's it taught? Usually what we would get is a name of a concept, whatever the concept name is. Some people call this, if there's 2 outs in a corner, so it's a couple square ends. So it could be China is a popular name for it. Whatever. You name it however you want to name it in whatever playbook. But we would usually alert this backside safety. Hey, man, we got a glance route, 8 to 18. If he squats on it, sits on the hash, come to the front side over here, right? If that's the case. If he squats on it, come over here. If he rolls down to play man or sit in the low hole of red zone cover 3, let's hit this right behind him, right? He comes up maybe to play a back check releasing to the flat. This is such a money play. All you got to do is make sure this safety isn't hauling ass middle. If he's not hauling ass middle, you got a nice open window that you can hit if you play it patiently. And as you watch off the snap, Joe's eyes notice that the safety comes down. He's identifying, is this safety hauling ass middle, or is he sitting on the hash? Oh, he's sitting on the hash. Boom, we come back, we hit the glance. Boom, take a little hit, but we take it, and those are touchdown balls, right? So watching quarterback eyes, He identified, look at it right off the rip. Where are Joe's eyes? As he's catching this football, his eyes are right here. What's 34 doing? All right, looks like he's coming downhill. See, his eyes are still on him now. He goes, boom. What's the backside safety doing? Is the backside safety hauling ass over here to replace him? What's he doing? He's not hauling over there to replace him. So we are good. Rocket launch it in the window, anticipatorily, touchdown ball. That's what we like, right? Usually, again, back when I was playing, we would call a front side concept with an alert. And the alert route was always that glance. You can make it anything you wanted to at any given week. You could say, hey, this week when we alert, we're running 12 to 15 dig. We're running a comeback, whatever. But usually that's the process. How does it look up front? So Conklin in the one-on-one world, the power side of Conklin's game is where I'm worried. When guys bull rush him here, 78, I get a little concerned. Everybody else is fine. Teller's a little choppy into the back, but that's good job from Dewan on the high side doing his thing. But yeah, Conklin in camp and here in this preseason game dealing with power. That's where I'm interested to see how he handles it. But we love touchdown balls, right? Great throw. Couple more plays for Fannin. We're in 12 personnel here. So Sampson's day was done, but we're going to take a look at what Fannin's doing. Right, we're just running a little play action off split zone, so he's check release, selling split zone down the line with Njoku. Right, we've got a deep over and a exchange here, deep over in a post, dump it down to the flat. Right, off of the play action, drop it down to him, let him try to make a play. Not a huge fan of the design, but this is the preseason, not the end of the world. Right. Good job by everybody up front. And like my right guard, my right tackle, who's not on the roster anymore, but between him and Teller, I need to cut off this backside. We got Njoku come for the split. I expect the Browns to use this action as a pass protection action in the regular season. Take Njoku, have him block the backside in one-on-one, and let's chase some big plays downfield. What we cannot have happen between Conklin, who's not in here, admittedly. This is Barton, Jackson Barton. His Teller is, though. We got to be able to handle that. Can't let that leak happen, or we got to get rid of it too fast, right? Too fast. Fannin again down here is the one tight end on this play. This is 11 personnel. Flat motion to 3x1. Back again. That's Isaiah Bond, 81, not Mike Woods anymore. Looks like we're running. I don't know if this is probably a screen. I mean, it looks like a lot of teams will run this and they'll run just a split zone look and then leak him into the flat, and that's just like a naked boot out of the gun. But this is the tackle out and the center out tells me this is a tight end delay screen. So Whippler's got to get moving. It's tough. I don't love this because you're bringing so much eye candy over here with the motion already. You see how that motion gets everybody's eyes kind of here and here and here? I would prefer to do this play with motion here and the tight end working underneath it the opposite direction. We'll see if they do that in the regular season, but that's the thing I would like to see because you can just see how that's dead. This is a great job by Fannin, turning probably 5 yards over expectation just because he fights his ass off. But you see how the eye candy pulls everybody in the direct. I understand the line is selling zone opposite, but look at the linebackers. They're just keyed in on the movement from Bond. You never get this and this to make this void possible, right? Tough on your center to get there when he never really is in an advantageous spot. But a nice job again from Fannin making 1-2 guys miss and then driving upfield and turning that into 1 yard instead of -5. Fannin top of the screen here. It's just a couple plays in the second quarter. He finished up with Flacco. Alrighty, so we're check release. I'd like to get a little better. He kind of gets boom and displaced, but he does slow his man down. He's the shallow. He's open. The problem is Amani Marshall in the backfield off of the play action doesn't do well enough getting his man taken care of. Because if we do block that backer blitzing, we got Caden Davis on the curl throttle right there, right? You got two answers, Fannin and right here. We just can't get beat that bad up front. So You'll see Fannin get a piece. Let's slow him down. I'd prefer not to get so buckled that you fall backward a couple steps, but, you know, rookie, getting NFL exposure. But we can't lose him in the backfield. This doesn't help Marshall's case for making the roster. Can't lose him. That sack is on the back. Need more time to throw that. All right, last play for Fannin. I think last play we're going to have in this one. He's in the slot up here. Just draw. I think he does a good job getting to the player he's supposed to get to, right? If this I think as a linebacker, if he comes in, and this is 3rd and 18, guys. If he comes inside, block his ass. You got to get there and cut him off. If he bounces outside and plays sort of his curl flat, let's climb to the safety and then take care of him right here. He does a good job of that. See here, he notices, watch him notice, oh, I don't need to worry about him, or draw downfield. He does that and gets his man and does a nice job recognizing that, right? So draw up front. It's 3rd and 18. Let's just kind of punt it. Teller. All right. Job by Whippler getting downfield on the mic. Dwan Jones, again, though, man, like, you cannot just get beat back inside. Can't just get beat back inside. So there you go. All right. That's the film for today. All righty. We had some rookie offense, some rookie defense, some notes on scheme. Got to be a little more physical in the run game. Let's hope they get there. Love what the rookies are doing on defense. Good exposure for Fannin, moving to different locations. And I am excited about Dylan Sampson. Some good moments in that for him, right? All righty. Thanks for being here today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this film, and check back for more and tell everybody you know about Browns Film Breakdown. Get more people in this community. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Go Browns.